Good. Good. Wanna go back here? Coach, will you start with the opening statement? I'll open up for questions for the student athletes.
Man, that was a great win for us. Great start for us. I mean, we was having so much fun in the first 40 minutes. We decided we'd get 5 more, for the group, man. But no, I thought our guys really competed down the stretch. These two were big time for us. Liam really controlled the paint for us, got to the foul line, and finished around the basket. And Ez, his floor game was great tonight. Getting, waiting, being patient, getting to his spots, and getting downhill and making plays for his teammates. Great win. I mean, that team give South Carolina credit. They gave us everything that we could take tonight. I mean, they made big shots throughout the game. They're one of the best rebounding teams in the country, especially I think offensively they're probably like 21st in the country. So, for us to beat them on the boards offensively and overall was a great night for us. And, we played good defense and then we finished it off with the rebound. Good night, good grind and win.
Questions for the student athletes?
What was the difference between the free throw shooting in regulation versus in overtime?
I don't know. I think obviously I wanted to make them obviously in the second half, and even the first half I missed a few. But I think I just kind of got a little bit of a rhythm on the line because I went so many times and I was able to knock them down. We work on it every day. We have a free throw ladder, and it was just about putting that practice to performance.
Ezra, what was your reaction to being in an SEC matchup kind of for the first time, and how gritty this win was, and experiencing sort of that competitiveness tonight?
Yeah, it was good. It was exciting just to play my first SEC game, but it was kind of the same, just being with my brothers and playing and executing. It don't really matter who's in front of us. We're just going to compete.
Did you kind of feel like you had to step up and kind of take over a little bit in overtime, personally?
Yeah, I felt like I had it going. Liam had it going. I wanted to get it inside, control the paint. So Liam kind of opened everything up for me, just, killing down low. So.
Was that frustrating? You defended that last play in regulation pretty well, but then they get a loose ball, a couple, and a guy wide open. Mm-hmm. Is that a little bit of a sinking feeling to have to go into overtime at that point?
Yeah, it was tough. Just felt like we should have had that one, but we just had to have a quick memory and get ready for overtime and compete.
Ezra, is there anything different about your preparation or your play when you come off the bench versus starting the game?
No, I think I'm the same either way. I'm just gonna come aggressive, play my game, and trust my teammates, and my teammates trust me. So
As it seemed like you had a lot of room, or at least you made yourself a lot of room. You got yourself some good looks at the basket a lot of the night. Did you guys see something on film that you felt like you could take advantage of there?
Yeah, I was just. Like I said, Liam just kind of opened things up for me. Playing with Liam is really easy, and Q. They kind of open the paint up for me. They draw so much attention. When I get down low, it's usually either like a open layup or like a midi pull up or something like that. So.
Liam, what was the key for you guys in dealing with a player like Gigi Jackson?
Obviously the team effort. He's a talented player, but Jordan Wright. Obviously he's one of our veteran guys. He stepped up, took the challenge. He really took it to Gigi. I mean, he was inefficient tonight. I looked at the stat sheet. Jordan Wright just took on the challenge, and he's that for us. He's gonna do whatever is asked of him, and he's gonna do it with 100% effort. Like, we trust him with everything, and he stepped up, took the challenge, and he won us the game on the defensive end.
Liam, what does it say about this team that you miss the free throws down the stretch, you get that fluky bucket at the end to end the game to send it to overtime? What's it say about the resiliency of this team in overtime?
I love this team. We're very resilient. I think we're extremely well coached, and we watch tons of film, we do tons of preparation. So yeah, it was a fluky play, but we know that we're the better team and we're gonna execute down the stretch. Like Ezra said, we're gonna have a short-term memory, move on from it. Sucks, but we came down, executed. Our team just plays hard, and I just love playing with them.
Cool. Questions for Coach?
Jerry, how'd you feel about Ezra having the ball in his hands, hitting the free throws late, getting to the lane, doing all the things that he did tonight?
No, he was great, man. I thought he did a really good job of running the show and picking the spots defensively. I mean, like I said, I think he gets to watch the game a little bit and see the flow of the game, and then come in and him and Jordan and just and give us what we need. Liam is a presence for us, of course. I mean, just as a screener. But I think when they went to that smaller lineup, we knew that we could take advantage of them a little bit in the paint, and they came and doubled a couple times, and he made the right plays, dropped it off, got the guys a couple layups. And we work on those things. So we work on trying to pound. A lot of times we want to get into when our continuity after the play breaks down, we kind of get into some a pick and roll action. But I think tonight was a better night for us to just try to punch it in the post and take advantage of our size and spacing.
What was, went into the decision to bring Jordan, Ezra, and Liam off the bench?
It's just my decision. I'm the coach. Whatever decision I make, how I want to run my team, that's how I plan to do it. And it's best for us. I know my team better than you and better than anybody else because I see them every day and I know what they need, and that it doesn't change their minutes. Most of these guys are still playing. Our guys that come off the bench, getting starter minutes. It's not about us, right now. We're not, we don't. Do we feel that we're going to win the national championship this year? Probably not. All right, but are we going to fight for it? But we're growing and we're building a program, and as we build our program, we need continuity. I mean, 2 years ago, Saban Lee, probably our best player on the court, he came off the bench for us because when he came in the game, he probably never even went back out of the game. Those guys, when they came in the game in the second half, they never went. But stop worrying about who starts the game. It's not about who starts the game. It's about who finishes the game.
Speaking of finish, Liam in the final 5 minutes and in overtime really seemed to kind of take over at both ends of the court. What does he bring?
I think a couple times, like I said, his presence in there, especially when Gray was in the game, he was able to sink in and be around the basket a lot more. I think when Brown presented a problem for us because they went small, and he's a guy that's capable of popping and shooting, and he did pop and hit 1-3. So we had to make sure that when we're in our drop coverages that the guard pops back and covers him. But I thought he was he was focused. I think when Liam's focused and he's determined the way he was tonight, he brings a lot to the table, for our team. And so I think that's just keeping him in that mindset. He's a real analytical type of kid. So he likes to watch the game. He likes to, even in practice, he likes to be the second or third guy in the drill so he can make sure that he gets it right. So I think this role is perfect for him because he's able to observe the game and come in and be impactful.
You fouled two of their bigs out in the first 35 seconds of overtime. How important was that? How important was Liam in that?
No, I think they were fouling him. We were trying to get it in the post. I thought they missed a couple, actually. Something just wrestling with him. But it's just our league. That's what it's going to be. It's toughness. They're not going to call every ticky-tack foul, and I like it. I like when we're able to play up and down because we're being an aggressive defense ourselves. We like when they let us play. But it just happened. The ebbs and flows of the game. Again, had a couple balls that probably went out of bounds that I thought were our balls that didn't go our way. And we probably had one or two that did go our way. It's just the ebbs and flows of the game. Just had to continue to play. Like I said, at the end of that, regulation, we had a great opportunity. I think we had the ball in our hands, played great defense. Just have to, put it behind you. They made a play. Didn't sit here and harp on why we didn't get the rebound. Let's just try to, be the first to 70. I think that's a key number in college basketball, trying to be the first to 70. When I looked up and I saw it was 67, it's like hopefully we get this jump ball, which Liam did, and we came down and we, got on the board first. And I think that was a big moment for this game and a big moment for us, coming out victorious tonight.
What was your plan of guarding G.G. Jackson, and especially what worked late? I think he got, first of all, he averages 17. You held him to 13. I think he got 8 of those pretty early. Yeah. What was the plan, and maybe what adjustment did you make as the game went on to keep him from being a factor?
Well, I think a kid like that, he's talented. We wanted to try to crowd him, get under him a little bit, not give him so much of the floor, have him turn to the baseline more so than trying to get to the middle where he has more options. I thought Colin Smith did a good job on him early on, getting up under him. We lost him a couple of times on some offensive rebounds. I think that's where he had probably 4 of his points, and he made a jumper over Ansong right there because we didn't get as tight up on him as we wanted. We wanted him to put it on the floor where we knew we were going to have some help. But he's a talented player. He's going has a bright future. He's a pro. I think that every night we face those type of caliber those caliber of players. But I think we have those type of players ourselves whenever they're focused. And when they get in more. I think that's why Jordan is so good. I think whenever we can keep his minutes somewhere around here, somewhere between. He's a really, really good player at 25 to 28 minutes. Not as good a player, in my opinion, in 30 to 35. So I think that bodes well for him. He's fresher, and then we can save him. He's like Jordan's our defensive stopper. He gambles a little bit sometimes, which can rack my nerves a little bit. But when we need to put him on the other team's score, whether it's a point guard, a shooting guard, or a small forward, or power forward, he's the guy that we can call on to try to get the job done.
You mentioned South Carolina being one of the top offensive rebounding teams in the country. What was key to, beating them on the boards?
Yeah, being physical. For us, it's just will. It's nothing. There's no technique to it. It's just will. I want to go. I'm gonna crash every time, and I got to go hit first. That they're coming to the boards. I thought we did a pretty good job. Like I said, I thought Miles, even though he didn't have his best game shooting the basketball, he still led us in rebounds tonight. So, and with 7 defensive rebounds. So that's again, when you're not doing one particular thing well. That's part of being a good basketball player. It's not just being a good shooter, but being a good basketball player. When things aren't going your way, you can still find other ways to contribute, and I thought he did that tonight.